Hello, welcome back to episode 6, of me diving into my album. Today we're looking at Unlucky, which is a bit of an interesting track to say the least, but we'll have a look at it when we get to it. So before we begin, as always, like, subscribe, comment below your favorite part, your favorite song. Just tell me what you did today. I want to know about you. I want to interact with you. Yes, I'm talking directly to you right now. Also check out merch, also pre-save, also all that fun stuff down below. And let's dive right in to the Ableton file. So here we have the track Unlucky. There is a vocal snippet in this one, which anyone that I've shown this to has not picked up on the reference. So if you know what it is, actually type that below, because I want to know if anyone else picks it up. No hints though. So let's go straight into top line, which is our bass here. Real just crunchy stuff going on. What does that say down the bottom? Why have I got a warning? Media files were missing. Oh no! Oh, my toms. I accidentally had a clear out the other day because I'm running out of space on my laptop from all this filming, and it appears I've deleted the toms off this track. So you're not going to hear the whole thing until the song's released on January 15th, baby. Go pre-save that below. Woo! But yeah, just a real crunchy bass on this one. And then that repeats most of the song, other than this little bit here, which is like absolutely horrid, but in terms of the context of where it is in the song, I quite like. So we'll get to that in a little bit. And then we've got the synth lead here. Which goes through some filters and that sort of stuff, and then it has a little just a real nice sort of risey sort of one. And then we've also got this stab. Oh, you're not going to hear that at all. Oh no, it's rising up. I forgot about that bit. But yeah, that's just one note. Which I don't normally do. I normally add at least some variation into the notes, but I just felt like with this track, it just needed something consistent. That was just like a boom, boom, boom. And that's what it is. So yeah. And then I done a little bit EQ, a little bit of compression to them, a little bit of filtering stuff on that one for when it comes in and out and all that sort of stuff. Bass, I put a limiter on the bass to control the volume, that's all. And Le Petit Excite, which is just to add in a bit more low end to give it the crunchiness. And then we're looking at the drum kit here. Oh, I didn't even mute that. That was silly of me. So that also filters up with this section of the song. Which, yeah, that's just got a whole bunch of filtering on for the start, just for the build up. And then we got it claps. Why is my kick not going? Oh, I have a clipper that I was using the trial for, and it appears I've run out. So it's not working anymore. There we go. Now you can hear the kick. Yeah, and then I've also got this little bit of just a separate clap, just for a little bit of variation in it. And then hats, we've got some shakers going on, crash cymbals, ride. And the toms, which you can't hear, which, that's a real shame. You'll have to listen to the full thing to get the full experience. Hoo-hoo, tee-hee. And then I've got some risers, which yeah, they're just standard riser, don't need to show that. And then the vocals, so this is the referencing part. So, bit of context before we jump into it. So when I was making this album, I wanted it very much about me, in a way, and things that have influenced my life. So with Alarm, it was my vocals on it. With Well Okaden, it's like people I've interacted with and other musos that I've worked with that are on the track. So it's quite a personal album for this one. So I'm very nervous about it being out in the world. But then other things like Creatures and this one's are things that were big influences on my life. So there might be, media or games and that sort of stuff. So this is another one of those sort of ones where it's from something that I grew up watching, which is the only hint you're going to get, punks, on what this is. But if you can guess it, I'll give you a free Bandcamp code to the whole album. There you go. There's some incentives. If you've made it this far, you might as well get a chance to get something out of it. But yeah, that was the intention of the album. A couple of songs like Interlude sort of deviate from that. I've never played guitar, for example, but I'm pretty sure I made the synths on that one from memory. So yeah, if I haven't put in some influence of myself into the track, I would have made built something up to make a connection back to me. Like, this is something I've done and put it into the track, kind of thing. So yeah, with that, the Interlude, the next track, Cornucopia, and the final track, Cosmos, they're a bit like that. There were tracks that I didn't put too much of myself into, but there's synths that I've made or, done that sort of thing, to make it all about me. Because why else are you watching this? It's all about me, baby. Yeah, not to get too much of an ego going on. But sorry, back to where we were talking about. So this is the vocals here. So that's pretty much unaltered. It's just got a filter at the top and some reverb going on. And then we got
how lucky for me, and how unlucky for you.
So you can hear that sort of sped up a bit. And with this as well, I've had to chuck it through some programs to get rid of the backing tracks and stuff that were going through it, just to pick up the vocals by themselves, so it wouldn't get too messy in the mix. But then this one here, the MIDI one, is just that laugh track again, but I've put that into the simpler, so that way I can pitch it down. But then I could just, transpose it in the audio itself, but I felt like this version of how it's transposed kind of worked a bit nicer for what I wanted, and it also allowed me to play with a little bit of it in simpler, but that's tucked away and my secret. And then a bit more of the vocal stuff here. I've just got that earlier bit, the lucky bit,
how lucky for,
and just chop that up into just little snippets. Cars are so noisy today, oh my god.
Unlucky.
And just the unlucky bit there. And then I think that's slowed down a whole bunch. So yeah, each of them are slightly different in a way and how I've done it. So yeah, this top line is just the audio, but it's also got a whole bunch of reverb on it. The second one here has another effects applied, but yeah, it's just more of the actual speaking parts. And then the bottom one is a MIDI where it's just that laugh pitch down, and no other effects on it, so it's pretty dry in that aspect. And then the only other one here is
your hapless hero cannot save you.
So that's linking back to the bass being all wobbly and stuff. So those all layered together sort of really worked quite nicely, I found. And then yeah, it sort of just has a bit that plays out from there. So I'll just play the track. Oh, I've got to unmute. Sorry, everyone. Golly, I hope you can actually hear this properly through the phone, because that would suck if I've been recording all these episodes and the audio has been awful. So apologies in that, because I ain't going back to re-record any of this. I'm lazy. Anyways, so we'll jump ahead. So there's a little breakdown bit, and then we've got this little fun bit. Like, it's just all real distorted, just, yeah. I love it. I love the texture. And then, yeah, this is like a really blown out track that I've made. And it's just a bit of fun. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Thanks for sticking around so long. As I always say, merch below. I hope you've bought some. I hope you enjoyed some. I hope you enjoyed this series so far. If you haven't seen the other episodes, check them out here. There's a playlist, and they'll all be in there if you want to start from Weller Caden and make your way through. Yeah, album comes out Jan 15th, so pre-save that below. I don't think I've got anything else to promote other than don't forget to charge your phone, and I hope you're having a good day, evening, night, and I'll see you next episode for Cornucopia. Bye!